Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Vision, and today I'm going to be showing you how to tune your 808s, make them more unique, and make them more bright and stand out in a way that you would like them to. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to open up FL Studio and you're going to pick out your 808. I like this one. First, I'm going to show you how to tune them. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your 808 in your channel rack, and you're going to left click on your 808, and then you'll see this menu. This down here, this little rectangle down here is where your 808 is. So if you click that, you'll be able to hear your 808. Alright. Once you have this menu up, you're going to right click on this, right click the sample, and hit edit. That's going to bring up an Edison window. What you're going to do from here is you're going to hit this flag, go down to detect pitch regions. When you have detect pitch regions up, you'll see these little yellow borders come up. This one is in G flat. So what you're going to do is you're going to exit out of this, you're going to hit this little triangle here, and you're going to find G flat. Now if you don't know exactly where G flat is, it's right here, but if you don't happen to know exactly where your 808 is supposed to be, say it's on D flat or E2, it's very simple. You just right click on any one of these keys and you see right here the root note. That's exactly what key it is that you're clicking. So ours happens to be G flat, so we want this on G flat. Alright, and now what you're going to do is you're just going to go in here and you're going to lay a nice little 808 pattern on whatever root note it is. Alright, and so we have this right here. Oh, sorry about that. First, what you're going to want to do, I apologize, right click on your 808 in the channel rack and click cut itself. Alright, here's what we have. Alright, let me add in a clap to make this a little bit more bearable for y'all. Just a clap. Alright. That you have your 808s in tune, here is where you have the opportunity to really do whatever you want with your 808s, but I would always recommend that you keep the first 808 right here and all the 808s at the end of a 2-bar section on the root note. So leave this one here, but you can do whatever you want with these. So I'm going to bring this one up, I'm going to bring this one down, and then I'm going to bring this one up like this. I'm going to copy these over like this, just like that. Now here's what we have. Sounds pretty good. Now what you can do is you can also add in slides. Now what a slide does is it takes any of your 808s and make them slide from one note to the other. So if you want, say I want this one to slide down to, let's say, E2. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make an 808 the exact same size as whatever note you're trying to slide. So see how these are the exact same size? Now what you're going to do is you're going to hit the square, your highlighter tool, and say I want it to slide from C3 to E2. You're going to highlight E2, and then you're going to double click it and hit this little triangle right here, just like that. So now it's going to slide from C3 to E2 like this. Alright, but you can't really hear that one that well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this D3 right here, make D3 slide to G2 so that way you can actually hear it a little bit better, doing the exact same thing I just showed you, like that. So here's what a slide should sound like. Alright, see how it kind of, just like that. But say I don't want it to slide down, say I want it to slide up. So if I'm going to make it slide from G2 up to D3. So what you're going to do to make it slide up is the exact same thing. Just double click on D3, hit the triangle, and then here's what it should sound like. See how it went instead of. So those are just examples. You can do whatever you want. Say I want one right here and have it slide all the way like this. Copy that, put it down here, and make it slide down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this triangle like that. So now we have this. going to show you how to make your 808 stand out a little bit more. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you have your 808 set to a mixer channel. Ours happens to be 1. Get into your mixer channel and then pick any of these slots over here and hit Fruity Fast Distortion. Now what this does is it really distorts your 808s. You know, this whole menu right here, you can choose whatever you want to do with it. Right now it's going to sound like this. Bear with me. Alright, so if you just... quick little way, you know, kind of add a little bit of distortion to your 808s. You can also go into Fruity Wave Shaper, and you can make these as little or as low or as loud as you want. So this is going to be low. See? Can't even hear it. So this one, I use this one a lot, but I barely move it. So when it's, you know, it's right there in the middle, I move it to about right here. Just like that, but you know, here. It's not much of a difference, but it's enough to tell when you're working on a track. Also, another good thing is to EQ them. Yes, EQ your 808s. A lot of people don't have their 808s EQ'd, and you can really tell inside of a track. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to bring up your parametric EQ2. You're going to take this 7 and just move it like this. And what that does is that takes out a lot of the highs and a little bit of the mids. And a little bit of the mid section, because, you know, mainly in melodies, claps, hi-hats, all that stuff is going to take up a lot of the high end area, and you want your 808s to, you know, punch through a lot of that. So you don't want it to be like this, just like this, just all the way over, because that's gonna, you know, it's gonna distract the high ends from the low ends. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna bring this down just about like right here, right in the middle. All right, just like that. And then I'm gonna show you what it would sound like with a melody on it, and then if I don't EQ it, and then when I do EQ it. So let me just find a random melody here. All right, so here's what we have. All right, and you can hear the 808s. But say I were to do this. Say I were to take both of these off. So if you have your EQ and you have your Fruity Wave Shaper, and I'm also going to add a little bit of a distortion so that y'all can hear that too. All right, so those are just a few techniques to make your 808 stand out, how to tune them, and how to make them more unique. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please come back again for the next one. And if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to learn, if you have any questions about the video, leave a comment down below, and I promise you I will answer every single comment, and I will do every video that y'all ask. Thank you again, and please, please, please come back for the next one. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the bell to receive all notifications.